Hello everyone, this is Linda from Linda Hardwick Designs. Today I'm here making a video for my Elegance clock kit. Now what we're going to do, this is part one, so what we're going to begin to do is we're going to trace and cut around the chipboard pieces A, B, one of each of those, and two of C for the front and the back. And then we are going to apply adhesive. I use 3-in-1 glue, and I put it all around the edges. About 1/2 inch from all the edges. Not too close to the center hole because we don't want to gum up the shaft, the clock shaft. So after we have cut and traced the paper that we want to use for the front and back, we will put those aside. I have done that. I'm going to use this blingy paper here. So I've cut one for the front, one for the back, and two for C. I've also cut out a piece from the neckline. That's on the instructions on the back. I've traced and cut out a piece for the neckline. So we will set those pieces apart right now. And we will have done, adhered the A to B. So now we will call this piece AB. Okay. Now we are going to apply adhesive so we can apply the cardstock. So what we're going to do, okay, so I'm using zip glue for this, and I'm putting this all around directly onto the chipboard. Hope you can see this okay. Okay, now this is going to be my front. So you'll line up the holes in the sides really, really well. And burnish. There we go. And we will apply, just make sure it's lined up really well. Yeah, it moves very easily, so to be very careful. You should really set it aside, but for the sake of this video and time, I'm going to apply the backing paper that I'm going to use for AB that I've previously cut out. And this zip dry is wonderful, as is the 3-in-1. I like to use the 3-in-1 for embellishments too. It's just wonderful. Okay, now we're going to add this piece. Very careful to line it up. Okay, it looks like I'm pretty well lined up. It's not super important, but you know, it does make for making this clock a lot easier. Now, what are we going to do here? Okay. I'm just reading the instructions. So we have already done up to 4. Okay. Okay. So, oh, what I should have done first is I should have put a hole here. What I'm going to do is, I should have told you this before, but it's not too late. We're going to punch a 1/4 inch hole on there. Just going to lift this up. Sorry, I should have done this before. And we're going to put the hole. I was getting way ahead of myself. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the piece of ribbon. Okay, line those up. Take a piece of ribbon that will match. And I think I'm going to use a much lighter ribbon. Let's see what we've got here. I thought I had a lot more lighter ribbon. Here we go. A piece here. You're going to take about a 3.5 inch piece of ribbon, which I've got here. 3.5 inches. And then we're going to thread this through. Okay, and we're going to take a piece of double-sided tape and we're going to attach that on this side. Okay, I need to burnish it. Okay, and then that'll be adhered down. So you'll have that piece sticking out there. Okay, there we go. I think I'm going to add a little bit more glue here. Just hold that down for a minute. And if any oozes out, it's easy to rub it right off with this zip dry glue. Okay, and we're going to set that aside. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take piece C. Okay, and we're going to score about 1 inch down. It's hard to read and talk at the same time. So what I do is I take piece C, I've set aside piece AB, and I'm going to measure about 1 inch right here on either side. And then I'm going to draw a line, meet those, there we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bone folder and go up and down on there, top to bottom, top to bottom. Bend it a bit. Then I'm going to add a piece, let's see here, about 1 inch piece here, just to reinforce that crease line so it doesn't crack. Okay, and then you will see what I've done here. Okay, so now we're just going to burnish, and I like to put this under a heavy book for about a half an hour. Okay, and let's just see. Okay, PC, we're on number 9. Measure and score 1 inch down. Apply double-sided tape to strengthen the score line. Carefully fold the score line and put this piece under, like I just said, for half an hour. Now, adhere the cardstock to one side of piece C. Punch a hole, a 1/4 inch hole, approximately 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom of the center. Okay. So I'm going to leave that on there. I am going to adhere this piece on here. Okay. I think what I'm going to use is score tape right to the edge. Just done it right there. And on either side. Okay, burnish. Go ahead and lift that. Whoop, not burnished enough, obviously. We're going to remove that tape. We're going to leave that on there. Everybody tells me I'm saying too much on my videos. Okay, so we're just going to leave that protective coating on top of the sequin at the crease. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead, just put that down for a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to go ahead and add that sequin to the other side. To the back side. Burnish. Okay. I'm going to take the piece that I've cut out here. Oh, I think I'm going to put a little bit more tape up here. Okay. Oh boy. Burnish that tape down. Just put that little piece up there. Now I'm going to add this piece on top of the back. And I'll show you why later. And hopefully this is going to come up for me. Okie dokie. Now that that's done, take this piece. Now what we're going to do first, okay, I just want to make sure that I've got all the tape off here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to adhere the cardstock to piece C, okay, which I've done here, and then about 3/4 of an inch up, right in the middle, we're going to put a 1/4 inch hole. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this ribbon that's protruding out of piece AB, and we are going to go right through, thread it through. Now I would say I would leave probably 1.5 inches. What do I say on here? So you put the ribbon through and down on, and then you're going to score tape it down or this will be just fine actually. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add one more piece of score tape to cover that. Burnish, lift it up. Now we're going to put our other piece on there. Line it up, line up the edges, and press. Okay, now I know I can see a bit of that tape, so I'm going to just cut that off. I know okay, it looks like I'm running out of time on this video, so I'll come back and we'll start with part 2 on the Elegance clock kit. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.